Welcome to That Board Game Show. My name is Hein van Heerden, and today we are shooting from location at Icon by the Sea. Icon? What is that all about? There's an Icon in Durban. There's an Icon in Johannesburg. What happens inside these halls? Let's go and see. Right, I have found Grant. So let's hear. Grant, welcome to Icon, but I shouldn't say welcome. I mean, Icon is your baby, is it not?
Well, I've been involved for 25 years.
25 years.
Third year in Durban.
Third year that we're doing it here. Wow, and what's it about? What's Icon?
Well, Icon's about geeks getting together and having a good time.
Oh.
Started off with sort of role-playing, tabletop gaming. We've added in the cosplay element. We've added in a bit of manga. Now recently board gaming has just taken off, we've added that in as well. So any geek activity, anything to get geeks into one place, that's what you're trying to do.
When you say geeks, you're talking what they typically will mean the millennials, the younger crowd, those ones that normally would sit. No.
Okay. When we're talking geek, geek used to be this broad,
right?
But now geek is about that big because anybody that's really passionate about their fandom, really.
Right.
So whether it's comics or board games or cosplay or anything. Even people who just watch Game of Thrones have at least part geek. People who watch Big Bang Theory are becoming geek.
And things like Big Bang Theory becomes very, very popular. And it's the TV shows, the sitcoms that we watch today.
And that's bringing more and more people into the
gaming.
Yeah.
Have you found that there is people, families especially, we worry a lot about families and bringing them around the table. Have you seen that happen?
Okay, you have to realize Icon's been going for 25 years.
Yes.
So the people that came to the first Icons have now got families. They may have been 15 when they came there, but now they're a little bit older. And their kids are coming.
And they're enjoying it?
They're coming. They came to Gallagher last year, and we had more kids in cosplay on the Saturday, maybe than we had adults.
Oh, beautiful!
And from 6 to 10.
And sitting around the board game tables?
Our families.
So
it's kids are all age.
Do you get to play board games here at Icon?
Well, I don't, but everybody else does.
You don't get to because you run the store, which is what
Icon normally we try and have a couple of board game competitions. Today I believe they're running Catan and Memoir, and there'll be a Ticket to Ride tomorrow, I think.
Yes.
And then there's open gaming where you can come and buy a board game and go and play.
Right.
At the moment, Unseen Shop's got all of their demo games here for people to come and play.
Oh, fantastic.
So you can come, bring your friends, find a game, find somebody to teach you the game.
Oh, beautiful. So
And
you don't know anything, you come and you actually find a like-minded friend and you sit down together and he knows the game and you actually play it together.
Well, that's the idea.
That's the idea.
Bring your own favorite game and indoctrinate some of the new people down here.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Gaming is what it's all about. Friendship, family, getting together is what it's all about. So I think, thank you very much for that, Grant. That is an amazing summary of where Icon is. And there's one in Johannesburg, correct?
One in Johannesburg. It'll be our 25th anniversary this year.
25th anniversary in Johannesburg?
Started off as a small role-playing convention.
Right.
Now we do everything, right up to LARPing, live-action role-playing, the whole
Brilliant.
This year we can also probably add in a little bit more computer gaming, hopefully, drawing a slightly different crowd of geeks.
Right.
Just get everybody playing together.
Play together, be together, have fun together. That's what it's all about. So I think what I'm going to do here is going to go now, go look at some of the tables, go look at some of the stalls, maybe interview some more of the people, and actually find out how they're enjoying the day. Let's go.
Have fun.
Thanks very much. So we've reached the tables where you can grab a game and come and sit down and play. And I found Nick. Now, Nick is a father of this beautiful boy, and they are busy playing a game. Nick, what are you busy playing? Do you know?
Okinawa.
Is this the first time you're playing it?
Yes.
It is? Okay, where did you actually learn? Did somebody show you here?
No, we picked a game so that we could play it and decide if we wanted to buy it. So it's a good place to try it.
That's a fantastic concept. So you actually grab a game, maybe from the demo table, and you actually play it to first see if you actually enjoy it before you go and spend the money and actually buy it. All right, and you enjoying this one?
So far, so good. We haven't actually started yet. We're still reading the rules.
And you, my boy, are you excited? Have you played board games and things before?
Yes.
Where do you normally play?
I'm normally at home.
So you guys have some games at home? This is the first time around? No? You obviously do this often.
No, we often go to the Unseen shop and play there.
Beautiful. Unseen Shop. That's one of the stores here that we can go and visit?
That's right, yeah.
So as a family, do you guys play often?
Yes, we do. Every weekend.
That's beautiful. Right? Sit around the table and actually meet your son. Thank you very much for the interview. I appreciate it. Let's move along. Let's find somebody else. Right, let's go have a look at Carcassonne. I found a table that's playing Carcassonne. How's it, guys? Welcome to Icon, I should say. You guys been enjoying your days?
Yeah, very much so.
What are you busy playing?
We're playing Carcassonne.
Is it a game you've played before?
No, Peter's played before, but we haven't. This is the first time.
So you come here and Peter's shown you exactly how to play this game for the first time?
Yeah.
All right, Peter, have you played this game before?
Yes, I have. I played it back when it came out in 2000. So, yeah, it's been a while.
Have you been a board gamer for a while now?
Yeah,
No,
at least since the year 2000. Yeah.
Okay, so
a number of years.
I can see from your expressions that it looks like this has become like a little bit of a fetish.
A lifestyle.
A lifestyle, a
I
lifestyle.
wouldn't say that.
You got more than 2 games at home?
More than 2.
Two cupboards.
Yeah, more than
Two cupboards of games?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. So you've been playing the game. What do you think of Carcassonne? How does Carcassonne play?
It's nice. It's quick. It's simple. So it's easy to learn. And it's quite light. So it's fun just to pick up and play. So that's why we chose it.
Awesome. I want to come that side and talk to you and find out, is this the first time that you've actually played Carcassonne?
Yes, yeah, it's famous, but first time I've played. Yeah. So one of the few games we don't have a copy of.
Right. And if you've now played it, do you think it's something you might just go and buy?
Possibly.
Depends on the budget.
Somebody else might.
Oh, he might, just to get you around the table, hey?
Yeah.
You guys are a married couple?
Yes.
Oh, right. So you play as a family together?
Yes.
Okay. And when you're going to have kids, is this something you're going to be doing? Enjoying with the children?
We have a 2-year-old. So yeah, we're trying to teach him, but he's not there yet.
No.
2 years old to learn Carcassonne is not quite, but we'll get them in there young. We'll start off young. Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much. Enjoy Icon, and we'll see you around.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
So we've been looking at some of the tables and the people playing, and I mean, if the camera just pans over, you'll see that there is multiple games going on here. I can see Ticket to Ride on that side, some games that I do not know the names of, but everybody's sitting around and having an awesome time. But apart from just playing games, there are also cosplay involved. So what is cosplay? I found somebody over there, so let's walk this way and we actually see and talk to her and see what she says. Now, cosplay is something that many people do not understand.
Yeah, in South Africa especially. Yeah.
Right, so can you just give us a brief introduction? What is cosplay? Why cosplay?
Cosplay, it's more than dressing up. I think that's the difference, is you're actually, you're putting in the effort and you're trying to capture the spirit of the character. You're going through the process of making your outfit or finding components and crafting it. So it sort of becomes a hobby in its own right to become
Lovely.
the character and represent their spirit.
Lovely. Now, who are you? What would you say? What is your representation here?
Well, today I am Lara Croft, but this is the rebooted edition, so you can see it's very gritty and more realistic as opposed to the double pistols.
I can see the scars in the face and
Yeah, very
everything.
battered, dirty, bloodied. So
In the middle of a quest, running out there amongst the dungeons.
exactly. I now have my climbing axes. I've got guns. I've got all kinds of weaponry to help me. So yeah.
Wow. Have you been doing cosplay for a while now?
I started in about 2013 when the first rebooted Tomb Raider game came out. Actually, I felt really like a connection with the character. So then I felt like I wanted to dress up like her. So now that's been about 4 years. And then when I was little, I did enjoy dressing up and things as well. So
Everybody wants to be a
Yeah.
princess, right?
exactly. So I just kept doing it, and then now I can actually do it more as a hobby and put money into it, and like just enjoy coming to events like this then and dressing up and enjoying people being really excited to see you as a living, breathing version of their favorite character.
You look absolutely amazing. Thank you very much for sharing with us. You really look well done, well set up, well organized. I believe there's a competition.
Yes.
And I sincerely hope you're going to score high in the competition. If not, walk away with the first prize.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the interview. Thank you. So apart from cosplay, apart from tabletops, there are various tournaments that happens here at Icon. I think it's about time that we go and find one of those tournaments and maybe speak to one of those organizers and we can see what happens over there. Oh no, we've just met another cosplay person. What is your name?
I'm Tiffany.
Tiffany. And Tiffany, you look absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much.
I have no idea what you represent. Tell us.
I'm dressed up as the Pokemon Suicune today.
Pokemon Sweet Queen.
Suicune.
Okay, you see, now this is where my ignorance totally flies over me. I've heard of Pokemon before, but I've never heard of this character. What does she do?
Okay, right. Well, in Pokemon, sometimes people want to dress up as a Pokemon. So what they do is they turn it into a Jijinka. So you humanize it. So I took the Pokemon whose name is Suicune, and I turned her into a priest.
Beautiful. Okay. Did you make all this
I
memorable?
made absolutely everything. I made my boot covers, my leggings, my armor, my staff, everything.
That looks absolutely amazing. Have you been doing this for a while now?
For a little while. I entered last year at Icon as well, and the year before that at Rage. So about 2-3 years.
Beautiful. You're enjoying it. This is what you love. This is your hobby.
Absolutely, I love cosplay.
Oh,
And
that's
it's such a way to blend in so many skills, and it's just enjoyable. It's so much fun.
Well, thank you very much for sharing with us. You look absolutely stunning,
you.
and I sincerely hope you place nice and high when it comes to the competition time.
you.
We hope to be there.
Great, thanks.
That's it. That's cosplay. So we're going to probably bump into some more people because they are all over Icon. But as I said, let's go and find some tournaments and talk to them. Now we find ourselves upstairs in Icon where there are various competitions happening. And here standing next to me is Gavin, and he's busy dealing with a memoir tournament that they're busy having. Gavin, how are you?
I'm very good, thanks.
Good. Now I can see that you're having a memoir tournament up here. You're hosting the memoir tournament?
Yes, we are.
How long have you been doing memoir before?
This is about our fifth memoir tournament.
Nice. And when you have tournaments, why tournaments at Icon? What's the difference to tournaments to sitting at the bottom there and play with the other guys?
There's a lot of different tournaments going on, so it's for enthusiasts. So if you love playing the game, it's good to get a group of people who enjoy the same game, and they all compete against each other. So you've got in the center Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic, and you've got Warhammer and all the rest of it. But we found there's quite a large following for Memoir 44. We've had up to 18 players in a tournament.
Wow. And do you, when you do the tournament, it sounds like a competition, so you're competing directly against each other?
Absolutely.
And is there prizes?
Very good prizes. The winner gets a set of Memoir.
Wow, a whole game.
At about R1,000. Or if they've got the set, they get the large expansion, which adds a lot of extra units and stuff to it.
So if you're really in love with this game, this is a good opportunity to go in for the big prizes.
This is the one to
So a brief introduction to what is Memoir all about.
You have your Axes and Allies, which means with your base set, you're going to get the Americans against the Germans. You have your D-Day landings, such as that one there. You also have your other field battles or battles for cities, etc. Then as you buy expansions for it, you get the Russians, and you have Russian front battles in the snow and the ice, and your snipers, etc. come into it more. Then you go to the Japanese, where you have your jungle type warfare. Japanese never retreat sort of thing.
This is always looks like it's Second World War, but is it always Second World War? Is there other wars involved?
This is all Second World War.
All Second World
All
War.
the battles are covered right from the beginning of the war, right through the entire Second World War.
So
Russian
especially if
troops-
you're a historian that enjoy the old stories, you can actually come and reenact them and see if you can match the historic events as they actually happened. Have you played Memoir for yourself?
Oh, plenty times. Right. Actually won the last tournament. So.
Oh, right now you're not playing in this tournament.
And once you've done it,
You've done it, you've done it.
You got the T-shirt.
You got the T-shirt, you got the prize. Gavin, thank you very much for actually showing us. And it looks like an amazing game. And I believe this bald-headed man here is your son, Russell.
Yes, that's Russell.
And I hope that he does not win because we've already had one winner. Or are we going for it, Russell? Are you going for it?
He's already one of. You know, I went round to his place the one night, showed him the game, and the very next day he won the tournament.
No, Russell, you just have a brain for memoir fighting, hey? Awesome. Well, enjoy it. Have a good and awesome time. So we have found somebody else busy playing memoir. Simon, how are you today?
Greetings, Hein. Greetings. Yes, incredibly well, thank you.
Incredibly well. What are you busy doing there, sir?
We are busy playing, or about to start playing, a Memoir 44 game. This is German troops attacking some Americans. This is invading in the Second World War. The Americans have landed in the south of France. They're pushing forwards, counterattacked by the Germans.
This looks very similar to a game you and I actually played last night.
It is indeed exactly the same scenario.
So let me ask this young man here. Tell me, is this the first time you've actually played memoir?
Yes, it is.
It is. So you actually came here today for the first time?
I came last night, actually, as well.
And did you get introduced to the game last night?
I got it introduced this morning, actually.
Wow, and just being introduced that quickly, you've actually caught on to it and now you've entered the tournament.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, not the tournament, unfortunately.
Just practicing around.
Oh, you're not in the tournament, you're just practicing around.
Games.
Well, and you enjoy the game?
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting game, actually.
Well, thank you very much for sharing with us and have a great time playing.
Absolutely. One always does when doing memoir.
Thank you, guys. Let's go look and see what else we can find on the exhibition floor where they are playing various tournaments. Right, we have found a new game called Warhammer 40k, and I have Andrea here with me. Andrea, what is this all about? It looks like beautiful models, but what is this whole game?
It's about beautiful models, yes, and it's a tabletop war game. So it's dice rolling and measurement and strategy involved. You move your models around, you shoot, you charge, you fight in close combat, and you kill models.
Wow, and the 40k, what's this 40k stand?
That's because that's the setting is in the 41st millennium. Okay, so in the far future, it's called the grim dark future. And that's why 40k, 40,000. It stands for
right, and I can see definitely some of the characters and things that you've got here are supernatural or futuristic kind of characters and things. Do you get these models pre-made and pre-assembled?
Well, no. You get them casted in plastic, basically, in sprues, which is like frames. You cut them off, you glue together, then you will spray, so give it a base color, then you will paint it, and that's what it looks like.
Wow, can you show me one of the ones that you've painted? Something that you're very, very proud of? Goodness gracious me, I'm going to create the camera to come in nice and close. And actually, you tell me what this is.
Well, this is Tau Commander. Tau are, well, let's call them space fishes, okay, with really high technology, and they have battle suits. So imagine a guy, pretty much, well, a small guy like that inside this battlesuit, and he goes around and controls drones and shoots and commands other people, basically.
This thing is beautifully painted. The detail that is in the various aspects of it is amazing. And I mean, even the flooring has got some stuff on there. Did you put those yourself?
Yes, that's a technical paint that you put on, and then it cracks by itself, and then you can do the shading and all the highlights, as you can see on the edges around.
So apart from just playing a game, which is a battle game, you also get to build the models and paint the models. Which would you say takes the longest?
Definitely painting the models, because painting, of course, it depends on the standard that you want to achieve, but it can take very long.
Wow, well, it looks absolutely stunning.
And that's the hobby side of the game, which is as important as the gaming side.
As the gaming side?
Yes.
Well, that looks amazing. I can't wait to get my fingers on models and start painting. So what are you up to?
I'm playing Space Wolves, fighting Andreas at the moment. I've got an army that basically believes of, it's Marines that have got wolf DNA. Wow. Which, so they're quite enhanced. They're like werewolves on steroids with guns.
I can see the wolf models down here.
Yes, these are the guys at the moment. I've suffered a few casualties. You'll see there's one lying on the floor. But
it is. The man is lying on the floor. The man's off, so he's now physically been damaged, and that's why he's lying down.
He's weak, but they are very close combat orientated. So I'm trying to get them across the board to these fish aliens with really big guns before he shoots me. So I've got a bit of a challenge on my hands here. But, we look forward to seeing it.
So we've got wolves attacking fish aliens in the future.
Yes.
That is absolutely amazing. And you enjoy painting these things as well? That is your biggest part of your...
Yes, that's actually what takes the most time, as Andreas said. It's very relaxing to paint, and it's nice to get something that at first you see is grey plastic. You build it, you work on it, and then at the end of the day, you've got a beautiful model that will last for years.
I think I saw somewhere around here they were painting. Is there an exhibition of painting happening at Icon?
Yes, there will be. There's a few tables set up behind us that the guys will be painting. Please join us if you can come in. There's a painting exhibition going on tomorrow. I think Andreas knows the details.
Yes. Well, you can actually go and see on that table down there. There is models that people have brought to showcase. And they're part of a competition. People can go and vote, and they're going to be judged tomorrow by, well, Darren. He's around. He has a list of things that you will check on the model and see how it is done. So it scores a certain point on those items.
So we get together, we don't only go and play games, we make the models and we paint the models. Guys, thank you very much for the time that you've given us. It looks absolutely stunning. We're going to walk around. I see there's multiple models here. I'm intrigued to find the one on the opposite side of the hall, which is like a boat.
Yes, it's a shipyard. It's called a shipyard.
A whole shipyard. So let's go and have a look, see what we can find of the models. Thank you very much, guys. Have an awesome day. Gentlemen, after your attack, can I quickly interrupt and ask you, you are busy playing 40k as well?
Yes, 40k Warhammer.
But this is a shipyard. How can you, 40k, somebody's just told me, is in the future.
You know, you still got planets, you still got water, and you've got to have logistics. Unfortunately, that's the reality of life. So this just happens to be fairly futuristic shipyard somewhere in Earth.
That's amazing.
Probably something valuable in here.
And you are representing who?
Okay, I'm representing Chaos Space Marines, specifically the Alpha Legion.
Okay. And then we have our opponent here, which I can see looks like wolves and things again. What is that? Is those wolves?
Yeah, the Space Marines, the Space Wolves.
Space Marines versus Space Wolves. Now, I shouldn't interrupt you guys for too long because this is a timed game.
That is correct, yeah.
Why is it timed?
So we can get all our matches in today.
Right, okay, so you've got a limited amount of time to cause the maximum amount of damage.
Pretty much, yes.
I won't interfere much longer. You guys continue, that's the plan. Awesome, keep going. Thank you guys. We've just seen many of these models and all this beautiful detail in which they've painted them. Now, painting is what clearly makes up a great part of this particular hobby. And here we have a table of a whole bunch of people sitting and painting and getting ready to do their paints. Who am I speaking to? What is your name, Adia?
Kelly.
So you have got the black. These are black models. Did they start off as pure black?
Yeah, it's just starting now.
And you are now going to be painting on them. And have you done painting before?
Not this small. I'm like an artist for like drawing portraits and stuff, so this is new.
This is very fine and much detail. I mean, I can see the crevices and things that you have to get into and to make all of these beautiful things. And the paints that you're using, these are was presented to you or given to you by Icon?
Yes.
Lovely, lovely. And they are different types of, these are all Citadel paints that they've been brought out. But there's multiple different kinds. You see, sir, look like it's somebody that's done this before. You've already progressed.
I actually play Warhammer. This is more the fantasy version. This is the Sigmarine I've been painting for today. Layers, dry brushing, that kind of vibe, yeah.
Layers, dry brushing, is that different types of techniques?
Yes, different techniques. So you usually with any of the painting, you can start off with a base coat. From the base coat, you're going to either start dry brushing or maybe doing a wash, so all the washing into the crevices so you can actually see that detail pop. And after you're going to dry brush, it literally picks up all that finer detail after you dry brush with it.
Well, that is absolutely amazing. And then once you've actually played or painted this thing, then you're going to take this model and you're going to go play it on the board.
Pretty much. You're going to spend hours. Gosh, I've got so much I still need to paint at home. Once you paint it, you play with it, and I won't look back and doing it again, honestly.
That is absolutely amazing. Thank you very much for sharing with us. Well, I hope you guys have a great time painting and a great time playing.
Thank you very much.
Walking around the stalls, we have come across Neil. Neil, what is it that your store is doing?
So we make laser cut card products. So we make basically accessories for war games and toys that are made out of cardboard that's been laser cut and made into kit form, and then you buy the kit and build it and either just put it on a shelf, or you play with it in war games like Warhammer 40,000 or Infinity.
Yeah, we just saw them playing up at the top there. They had little plastic models, but now necessarily you can't always get those little plastic models, and that's where you would come in and you make your own tanks and things?
We make the tanks, but it started off that everyone is quite willing to spend quite a lot of money on their actual armies, but the army looks great if it's got nice scenery, and the scenery is normally you have to make yourself. So we figured out to try and make a way of make really attractive scenery that was cheap to make, easy to make. Cardboard was perfect for that because it can be laser cut and it's biodegradable and it's nice for the environment. And then from there we did move on to making actual kits to have alternative kits for some of the more common kits and some of the more war games. Here's a basic terrain. This is an example of one of the terrain pieces. So it's a sort of anything from a medieval bastion to a futuristic kind of religious building. But you can build it like this, and it has specific rules in some game systems, or you can cut them in half and do what you want to make them into ruins, and they makes that quite an attractive piece of scenery and very reasonably priced.
And then you were saying models as well. What models have you got to show us?
Yeah, so here's an example of one of our kits, which is a kind of vertical takeoff and landing flyer. It's not
Those actually move?
Yeah, they move. They've got little magnets in them, so you can have it in its flying mode when it comes into land, its landing mode, and then take these off if you want to store it. And it's not a specific kit for a specific game system, so it can be used in any game system that has this type of aircraft. So we just make kind of generic kits for different game systems.
Can you show me a kit? What have you got?
Yeah, so all the kits come generally as a flat pack like this, which normally we sell almost everything overseas. So it gets posted to you, and it's got the instructions in the back, and then you basically follow the instructions and build the kit. We designed these originally in a 3D modeling program that unfolds them for us, and then we import that into software that can be read by a laser cutter.
Show us this model, this actual model that you've got here. That's the model. Okay, beautiful. So that becomes that. And there's a whole hobby in playing and painting the thing and getting it all to look so beautiful. That is amazing. And I can see there's some historical, looks like a rattle over there, which is probably not for playing, but just for memorabilia.
Yeah, so we make, as far as we know, we're the only company that makes all the bush war vehicles. So we make the Buffel, a Moffel, Casper, and a Rattle. And the Rattle's got all the different turrets, and yes, these are mostly for people that drove these at one point.
Yeah, those ones
and for some reason look back on that time fondly and want to build the models for them.
They look fantastic. Well, Neil, thank you so much, and lovely selection you've got here.
Thanks,
and,
guys.
Best wishes for the rest of Icon.
Thanks a lot.
Right, we have found some males dress up as cosplay. It's not just a female game. Clearly, you guys look absolutely amazing. Okay, who are you?
I'm Dovahkiin from Skyrim. He's basically, since Skyrim is an RPG game, I can only go as the iconic character for the game, which is featured in many of the advertisements. But yeah.
Awesome. And what have you got here? You've got your sword and you've got your boots. Look at the boots. Look at the things you've put in there.
Yeah, most of this is made out of craft foam. This is actually my first cosplay competition that I've entered. Most of the tutorials just said that craft foam plus paint would look good, and I'm quite happy with the outcome that I did. It took me about 3 weekends to make all of this.
Nice. Only 3 weekends?
Oh yeah, 3 solid weekends of only working on this.
Only 3 solid weekends. So add that up, that's 6 days. Okay, we've got another one. Let me jump this side to you. What are you representing?
I don't know what I am actually. I kind of just threw it together, but it looks something like Far Cry Primal, so I'm just going to roll with that. I have an animal skin on as well, so that's fine.
Animal skin. And did you take 3 weekends to put this together?
I think I enjoy making a whole lot of props and stuff. You can see my axes and it's all made of stone and wood. Just by myself make it. But yeah, just kind of like threw it all together. Like, hey, I have these. I have a costume. Just put pants on. Found this and just threw it together, and it looks pretty cool. Yeah,
amazing. And the real authentic bones.
This is real bone. I made it myself. It took me half an hour to make it. Yeah.
So cosplay is not just getting dressed up as a character and representing a character, but it's also the fun in actually making this stuff.
Because you get to socialize with a whole lot of people. You go to a huge arena and you have people just who have the same interests as you, and it's really nice because usually in society we'll be viewed as the weirdos who stick to themselves, which is true. But I mean, we're still awesome people.
We all are. We all are in our own creation, hey? We all here and we all come together. You guys play board games as well?
Me, not so much. I'm more of a PC gamer.
You're more of the PC side of things. And yourselves?
Both. My mother has brought me up to play all of this stuff. So comic books, board games, video games, anything like that, pretty much.
So board gaming, cosplay, all fits one into one, and that's where Icon comes together, and it just brings the whole lot together. Thank you for sharing with us.
problem.
Really appreciate it. Good luck in the games.
Thank you.
I have found some people that are not doing cosplay. This is not actually just dressing up like characters, but this is an actual club that does the historical representation of battling. Or can you, sorry, your name is?
I'm Stephen Kane.
Sir Stephen Kane.
And you, sir?
I'm Richard Rowland.
Richard Rowland. Stephen, can you tell us why? Okay, this is not cosplay. This is an actual club. What is this club and what does it do?
Well, we are the Durban Sword and Shield Club. The club was formed to study Western martial arts, particularly from the form of reenactment. So we concentrate on the use of historically accurate replicas of historical medieval weapons. And
Right.
That's right. And we focus on doing a fighting style, which would be similar to an unarmed fighting style, but we use armor to protect ourselves so that we can actually go full contact.
And you, I see a Scottish quilt. Are you more into which era are you representing?
Well, I'm representing what the Scots would have looked like at the Battle of Bannockburn in England. They would have worn kilts, they would have had claymores, they would have been up against English heavy cavalry.
Like me.
Dressed in full armour. So you're seeing the difference between a lightly armoured Scotsman versus a heavily armoured Englishman.
Right. A heavily armoured Englishman is where you come in, Richard.
Yes. Basically, I'm in full plate armour from the 1400s.
You say full plate because I can hear it's a full plate. It's a real metal.
Yeah, there's armour weighs about 35 kilos. It's like wearing a private sauna.
Wow, I can see that. I can see the sweat running.
You saw the helmet. The helmet is from a slightly earlier period. What I was using was a Viking sword. It was actually made by a guy in Pretoria called Joburg.
Wow.
This armour was made by the guy that started our club in about 17 years ago, Brian Topper from Durban Sword and Shield. I'm also on the committee of the national body, which is called Battle Heritage South Africa, and God willing, we are planning to send a team to the World Championships in Denmark in May.
Really, a whole team? So this is like a serious sport. This is not just play.
Very much so. We actually sent, the first time we competed internationally was the year before last in Poland, and Crystal Martin, who's around here somewhere, she's the one wearing the surcoat with the South African flag. She's the only one here entitled to wear it, because she actually represented South Africa in Poland and came back with an international medal.
Wow, that is amazing.
Bronze medal in the ladies pole arm. She also competed at a tournament in Luxembourg last year, where she got a gold medal in longsword.
Amazing. Well, you wouldn't think in today's age that you actually have clubs like this.
Yeah.
So
there are clubs in Joburg and Pretoria and Cape Town, but we probably do a wider range of disciplines than any other club in the country. Because not only do we do the full combat medieval combat, we do HEMA as well, which is a historical European martial arts. That's basically your synthetic swords and rapier.
Okay.
Rapier is a different style. It's a Renaissance unarmored fighting.
Well, guys, I just want to say you look amazing, and hats off for you wearing this heavy thing as you're walking around Icon. But thank you very much for being here. Thank you for the interview, and we hope to catch you as you do some more sparring.
When I said so, he's actually a knight in the context of the sport.
Well, sir,
thank you.
We honor thee. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. Right, so walking the halls of Icon, I eventually meet up with Chris. Now, if you guys remember from the little earlier interview with that History Fighting Club, there is actually Chris that has represented South Africa for that club, hence why she's wearing the South African flag. Welcome, Chris. Tell us about it. What have you been doing?
in 2015, we went over to Poland to represent South Africa in the IMCF World Championships.
Right. Okay. Championships in what? This is the armor, the historical armor fighting.
It's called full contact medieval combat. So we fight with real armor and real helmets, real swords. There are real injuries. Sometimes.
Wow. I can see real armor. I mean, look at the armor that you've got. I mean, this is.
You can see a couple of dings over here.
I can. There is dings too. Is that actual that you experience in your battles?
Yeah, that's where you need to work on in your defense. That's where you get it all the time.
So that's why that leg has got all those bigs. So tell me about the armor. Tell me about the armor. Where's the armor from?
Okay, well, the armor that I'm wearing is transitional period medieval cuirass. So the cuirass has got steel plates.
Steel plates over here that I can hear.
Okay. And steel legs, steel arms, and historical shoes.
Why historical shoes?
It's a necessary component of the kit in order to not have an advantage. We all have to wear historically authentic shoes. So leather soles, yeah.
Wow. And then in this memorabilia, you go and then you attack and you fight and you actually do it with swords. And clearly, this is not just a men's only sport because there's women involved in this.
Yeah, we had 2 women in 2015. And last year, our SA team captain went over last year it was in Portugal. And then this year we'll be going to Denmark. South Africa will be fielding the first women's Behoort team, which is 3 versus 3 melee, so team fighting.
Wow, so a whole team of 3 ladies fighting another team of 3.
3 ladies, yeah.
That is amazing. Well, you look stunning, and congratulations in representing our country, and fly that flag nice and high for us, and thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is Icon 2017. What great fun, lots of laughter, lots of excitement, battles going on, board games being played. We had an awesome time showing this and sharing this all with you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope we see each other at Icon 2017 in Johannesburg, where we hopefully will be able to do this again. Thank you for watching That Board Game Show. See you soon.